Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot.
Hello, welcome once again to Chinese Pot to bring you lessons in spoken Mandarin. Today we're looking at an elementary lesson. And my name is Ken Carroll.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Now, Jenny, we have an existential theme today. Could you tell us about it?
Where do children come from?
Where do children come from? Okay. Now, we're going to hear this conversation from the perspective of a child asking the parents. So, this is one I've heard myself in real life recently from my 8-year-old, so this is kind of interesting. So let's listen to the dialogue 3 times and we'll come back and we'll break it down for you.
对话第一遍。
妈妈，我从哪里来？
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
骗人！
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
我不是。
我不要。
哦，宝宝不哭。
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
第二遍。
妈妈，我从哪里来？
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
骗人！
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
我不是。
我不要。
哦，宝宝不哭。
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
第三遍。
妈妈，我从哪里来？
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
骗人！
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
我不是。
我不要。
哦，宝宝不哭。
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
Okay, now let's do the translation at this stage. One thing, it really strikes me that if you do this in an English context, particularly in North American context, it seems actually quite cruel, right?
Children's service will come and take it.
Indeed, it sounds a little bit cruel.
Whereas in China, we will discuss it later.
I think we will. Let's have the translation first.
Hi, my name is Lucy, and I wanted to tell you about some of the changes that we are making to our podcasts. So, in the past, we maintained one podcast in which we have been publishing all our episodes across all proficiency levels. But we listened to a lot of feedback and you were telling us that it's not really beneficial for a beginner to have advanced level podcasts in the mix. And likewise, intermediate and advanced learners do not really benefit from beginner lessons. Therefore, this August, we will split our feeds in separate feeds. Chinese Pod Newbie, Chinese Pod Beginners, Chinese Pod Intermediate, and a Chinese Pod Advanced, which will be in Chinese only with no English. So, why am I telling you that? It is because if you are subscribed to this feed, you will suddenly see podcasts ending. And that won't be because Chinese Pod is no longer publishing those, but because you need to pick your specific feed. For any more information, or if you have any feedback on our podcasts, we welcome you to visit ChinesePod.com/podcasts.
妈妈，我从哪里来？
Mommy, where did I come from?
妈妈，我从哪里来？
Mommy, where do I come from?
妈妈，我从哪里来？你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
We found you in the garbage can.
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
We found you in the garbage can.
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。骗人！
You're lying.
骗人！
You're lying.
骗人！妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
Mommy's not lying to you. You were found in a garbage can.
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
Mommy's not lying to you. You were found in a garbage can.
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。我不是，我不要。
I was not. I don't believe it.
我不是，我不要。
I was not. No.
我不是，我不要。哦，宝宝不哭。
Oh, don't cry.
哦，宝宝不哭。
Oh, little one, don't cry.
哦，宝宝不哭，不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
Don't cry, don't cry. Daddy and mommy were just kidding you.
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
No need to cry. Daddy and mommy were just fooling you.
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
Well.
Baby's first shock, huh?
Indeed. Now, as I said, in a Western context, scaring the kid like this a little bit. It would be unusual.
Yes.
I think there's a huge cultural difference there. We don't have time to go into it, but I think, Westerners tend to think in terms of childhood of being a very sort of fragile period that even the slightest shock to the system can
Leave an indelible mark.
Indeed, or really mess the kid up and stuff like that. And I actually believe that can be the case in the case of severe traumas or something. But I know from a Chinese perspective, they kind of look upon that as slightly odd. That's like, kids.
Well, I think we have different degrees or our level of acceptance
Indeed.
are different.
I mean, for example, parents are quite happy when kids are in school for the teachers to scare them a bit. I mean, not really scare them, but to scare them, sure.
Be strict
with them, scare them and stuff like that. And so, but in Western countries, it's in fact that wouldn't be very. I don't know. That wouldn't be very nice at all. So it's interesting, the two views of it. One is, a very fragile thing, and the other one to toughen them up a little bit in the Chinese way. Just you got to toughen them up.
But let me tell you, at least my generation, every kid had that.
This type of conversation.
This type of conversation.
Well, there's
we found you in a garbage can.
Yeah, there's one other cultural element here, which I personally think, and I'm not sure if you agree, but the humility thing as well.
What do you mean?
I know Chinese often teach their kids humility. You came from pretty basic origins, kind of
Humble
thing.
beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings, as it were.
I think it might come as a shock, but some parents think this is actually funny and it's a way to avoid talking about sex.
Indeed. Well, there you go. So we could go on all day talking about the cultural difference here, but it's a very, very interesting dialogue.
Yes.
Now, it's also really interesting from a language perspective. So let's take a look at from the top, please, Jenny.
妈妈，我从哪里来?
So you want to learn traditional or simplified characters?
Can I just learn to speak Chinese? I really don't want to write or read. It's too much for me.
Are you one of the learners that told us early on that you just want to speak and listen to Chinese and you think Chinese characters are way too complicated? Then I really think you should check out our new introduction into how to read and write Chinese characters. It focuses on simple characters that you encounter in a Chinese language environment every day. In 11 entertaining episodes, we set out to convince you that Chinese characters are actually quite easy, and we hope that you will soon share our excitement. Visit 88 Characters on www.chinesepod.com/88 and give it a try. Or search for the first episodes on the Chinese Pod channel on YouTube. It's as simplified as that.
Now, of course, this is fairly basic. 我从哪里来? Where did I come from? Where do I come from? I mean, either one.
Well,
it
we
means,
spent the whole life wondering about this.
In the existential sense, where do I come from? Where did I come from? But it's the same format that use as in where are you from, right?
Yeah,
you could,
which country?
Which country are you from? Anyway, now you were found in a garbage can. Wow. First of all, let's look at the word garbage can. How did we say that?
垃圾箱，垃圾箱。
垃圾箱. So it's three first sounds there by the sounds of it. So the word for garbage is?
垃圾，垃圾。
And the word for can or bin or bucket maybe even is?
箱，箱。
Okay. So 垃圾箱 is the garbage can.
Yes.
Now, and there's a very 你是从 from the garbage
From the
can.
garbage can,
So you came from the garbage can. Now, there's a very interesting phrase here at the end. Tell us about this, Jenny. What is it?
捡来的，捡来的。
Jian is a third tone, right?
Yes.
Now, literally translated, the verb jian means what?
To find and pick up.
To pick something up. Now, in the casual sense of...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you see something and you think, you don't know who owns it. It's kind of lying there, so you just pick it up. So you might, I don't know, see somebody's pen lying and then you would actually...
捡来的.
Okay. So it means just, again, there's no real direct translation in English. So this verb, anyway, is when you see something lying there, you just pick it up. Now, in this case, what he's saying is the kid
was lying there.
Was there. So he was...
捡来的，捡来的.
The kid was 捡来的. And that's... cruel
pretty
to
rough.
me. That's pretty rough. And not only was he 捡来的, he was found, but he was found in the...
垃圾箱，垃圾箱.
Wow, okay.
Very humble.
Again, humble origins. Now, interesting. Now, the kid, of course, doesn't believe it, so he says...
骗人，骗人.
骗人. Now, this is a really useful, actually, phrase.
Yes.
So the verb 骗, the fourth tone, means...
To deceive.
To deceive. Okay, so it could mean in the sense of lying. Or
cheating.
Or any other form of deception.
Yes.
And so somebody who does that kind of thing is a...
骗子，骗子.
骗子, right? And so when the kid is describing
the action...
Yes.
The parents are lying to him, deceiving him. The kid says, 骗人, 骗人.
Meaning essentially, you guys are
fooling me.
Fooling me. Yeah, you're lying to me. It's not true, kind of thing. Now, again, the mother here, as you said, Jenny, they might see a degree of humor in this.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think if the kid was in great distress, they wouldn't. But they're kind of poking a little bit of fun at him. And so she says,
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
Now, so mommy's not lying to you. I'm not cheating you. Let's hear that again.
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
So, 没有骗你啊, not cheating you, not lying to you.
Yeah.
Now, you are really from the garbage can. Now, of course, the kid says, I'm not. Now, it's interesting. He says, 不要.
我不是，我不要。
Okay.
不要 emphasize, I don't want to be that kid found in a garbage can.
Yeah,
that's how kids talk, right? They're very subjective and everything drives from me.
Okay,
不要.
good. 不要. I'm not sure that in English the kid would say, I don't want that. I don't. Well, it's possible. But it is more like me in Chinese for the kid to say, I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't want that. And so the phrase is,
我不要.
Okay. Now, so she realizes, Mom realizes the kid is taking it a little seriously, and she says,
哦，宝宝不哭。哦，宝宝不哭。
So now the expression for little one or kid is
宝宝，宝宝.
And when you address the child directly, you use it very common, and you can call the child
宝宝，宝宝.
And now you're telling the 宝宝 not to cry, so you're saying
不哭，不哭.
So fourth tone and first tone there. 不哭, right? So don't cry. Now, she changes. She obviously sees that the kid is crying. So in the end,
不哭，不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的. So both the parents step in to comfort the kid.
Yeah. So, 爸爸妈妈骗你. Now again, Pian can be translated as to lie or to cheat, but it can also mean to fool around.
Yes.
Right? We're just kidding with you.
Yeah, it has a very broad usage in Chinese.
Yeah. So basically they're saying, no, we were just fooling you. So again, the phrase was?
骗你的，骗你的.
Yeah, we were just kidding with you. Wow. Culturally, now that's a really interesting thing.
And a vivid flashback for me.
And
maybe this kind of stuff does scar you for the rest of your life. How else would I remember it?
Well, I mean, we heard the story earlier as well that it's common, like, the kid goes to the office with the mother or the father, whatever. The father goes out of the room. The co-workers will say,
爸爸不要你了. Your daddy doesn't want you, so he's gone.
He's gone. And they would actually find that amusing to a point.
And even the parent might see the humor in it.
I don't think Western parents, if they came back and saw the child in distress, that they would be very pleased with that. But this is cultural. It's a fascinating question.
Yes.
I wish we had more time to discuss it. But what we do have more time to do is to listen to the dialogue again 3 more times.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, Tammy, how's it going?
Ni hao, ni hao. How's your Chinese coming along?
Well, I gave up.
真的吗? Chinese pod no longer?
Well, really, I was so busy, I didn't have the time.
Not the time? You don't have 90 seconds per day?
90 seconds?
Yes, 90 seconds. So you did not try Chinese Pod Recap? This app, you can insert your learning experience whenever you have even just a little window of time.
90 seconds are enough to go through bite-sized pieces and recap your lessons in Chinese Pod Recap, the app for busy learners that want to use little breaks to refresh what they learned. Chinese Pod Recap synchronizes to your phone so you have what's relevant for you available even if you have no internet connectivity, like on planes or in the deepest tunnels of the New York subway.
对话第1遍。
妈妈，我从哪里来？
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
骗人！
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
我不是，
我不要。
宝宝不哭。
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
第2遍。
妈妈，我从哪里来？
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
骗人！
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
我不是，
我不要。
宝宝不哭。
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
第3遍。
妈妈，我从哪里来？
你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
骗人！
妈妈没有骗你，你是从垃圾箱捡来的。
我不是，
我不要。
宝宝不哭。
不哭不哭，爸爸妈妈骗你的。
Okay, we'll be back again tomorrow with another lesson. That was
fascinating.
I think we could have some interesting discussions there on the lesson comments about this one. Feel free to pile in and offer your opinions on it. Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow with another lesson. In the meantime, don't forget to go to ChinesePod.com, drill down and do all of the stuff.
And get connected.
Get connected. We'll be back again tomorrow. But right now, Jenny, it's time for us to say
再见.
ChinesePod.com. Mandarin on your terms. As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0534. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0534 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0534.
Chinese Pod.